Todd Medina, Soulogy One Studios, coming to you from the front line of the ascension, the unveiling, the apocalyptic trip that we're all on. And it's nothing to be afraid of. Put your energy into it. That's the only way to take it. If we got a chance in this thing, the best thing you can do is act like you do. Let's do it. What do you think we came here for? This life. It's a choice, not a chore. Yeah. For too long we have denied and defied and ignored. Yeah, with a little help to keep us in the dark from the devils, the cabals, and the Illuminati. But guess what? They are our creation. Just like the racism and the sexism, the homophobia, the wars, and all the isms. But can't you see the power of the words, I gotta be me? Yeah. Same thing as I am soul. That's what this is all about. That's how we light this world up. We are the spark and the flame. Things aren't the same anymore. Ask yourself, what are you living for? Something you were told, something you never questioned. All those rules that you followed, but who made those rules? The same ones who taxed our lives and our pockets, our children and our parents? Yeah. Ill-contrived, full of lies, taking profits, making them gods, all the time using them to keep us at odds with each other. Yeah. Creating ownership, possession. That's against the law. The only law that matters. The universal law. It's a violation. Can't you see? If it's not good for the universe, it's not good for you or me. Hell no. The only thing we own is our soul. And nobody can take it from us, and nobody can save it for us. So don't think when you take a stand, you identify with a clan, a political brand, a culture, color, label, a creed. It's a darkness you feed. Yeah, that's right. Like it or not. What you hate you see is the I am in you and me. And we are better than that. And the world cannot hold back the power of even one soul. But you know what? We gotta try. There's no place to hide. The truth abides. And we are the dream that never dies. That's right. I am soul. Just remember, every time you see a brother or sister out there, someone on the other side, somewhere in the world or across the street or anywhere, another color, another creed, another culture, just remember that's you that you're looking at. And remember, we only have one thing in common. I am soul. And that's it. Namaste.
I am not concerned with the name of your God. Show me how this God has transformed your heart. Do you meet the spirit of every soul with reverence? Do you embrace all of life with a tender touch of eternity? You say you will only bow before the Christ. To bow before God is to bow before life. Your tongue seeks blood, and your words have become knives. Your sight scarred and bisected, and your actions fed by your wounds and unleashed as animus. Surely, this is not the messenger of God. Burn your beliefs, for they have contaminated your heart. Let all desire reveal itself as one in a field full of flowers. You yearn to bloom, to be love, but to only feel one's pain is like a bird without wings, so afraid of the dark, so afraid to enter your heart. There is nothing in this world that will lead you back to God, except for your pain. And then, like the monarch who meets the tears of those dead of feeling, your breath will recede and your spirit will glimpse grace. Within the raptured heart and mind, the spirit becomes renewed in sight. You have not reached redemption until everything becomes God.
In my own power,
In your
I am
eyes.
no longer standing small, pushed down due to response or the lack thereof. From decisions of actions or words that I projected out, I will not keep myself quiet or small. I shall not be afraid to take on every moment brought on by the wind with assertiveness, love, humor, sexuality, spontaneity. I will not hide behind my mother's legs or my father's protection. I shall not lay still, pretend to be asleep, with my breath silent and still shallow.
That's right, baby. You ain't got nothing to hide. You are our bride, and this is a hell of a ride. That's right. You are the crown, you are the jewel, and we have been fooled too long. So sing it to us. Give us your heart. Give us that lady love. This is where we all got to start.
No, I am here, rising above all of it. All of my own cheaply egoic, old rusted out ways of being. Fiercely, gently, softly, with my wings I fly.
That's right, baby. Fly. That's what we all gotta do. Show us how to fly. You are the bride, and this is a hell of a ride. That's right. Show us how to do it Soulogy style. This is the new gospel. This is the new good book. It's the way of love, the lady love. We love you, baby. Tell it to us one more time. Come on now.
Greeting you hello and waving goodbye. Smile on my face, twinkle in my eye, glitter for hair, riding on the rainbow of life. I am a life force, a priestess, gatekeeping, border pushing, dream weaving, evening star.
That's right, that's where you come from. You are the Venus, and I am the Mars. And we meet somewhere up in those stars. And that's where we came from. And that's where we're always going to be. This world's an illusion. And the only thing that's going to save us is the love that we are. We're soul. Show us what you got, baby. Lead us. Take us home.
Greeting you hello and waving goodbye. Smile on my face, twinkle in my eye, glitter for hair, riding on the rainbow of life. I am a life force, a priestess, gatekeeping, border pushing, dream weaving, evening star.
Yunusai, Irihanina, Irikanina, Erigande, Yanas, Yalyanine, Deresunyana, Yalyande, Yarishandina, Alyande, Deresunyana, Derichandere, Sunyan, Arjan, Echan, Ete, Sunyan, Daljan, Ese, Sunyan, Arjana, Delechandine, Dericandele, Derisandele, Sunyandan, Alyande, Sunyan, Aljan, Ete, Sunyan, Aljan, Ete, Deresunjan, Dele, Sarjan, Elejendan, Aljan, Ranjan, Darjan, Delejandan, Derisan, Arjan, Etu, Danhan, Yethan, Esunyana, Dalichanina, Aljannete Sukandante, Aljannete Sukandante, Sandere, Candere, Candere, Jandere, Jananantele, Jantere, Tunjananantele, Dirigandele, Jana, Darijanina, Elisuyana, Aljanete, Ersujana, Aljananantele, Kufiana, Asha, Yeshana, Lesway, Nanchina, Yarkanina, Yarha, Yeshana, Nantele, Tushana, Nantele, Shana, Darshananantele, Kushan, Aljan, Ete, Kushan, Nante, Yalikandele, Eresushana, Yalshanina, Yalshanina, Grandianas, Vasayanas, Randianas, Eyani, Yalshanina, Yalsuyana, Yalshanega, Yalshanina, Aljande, Elsunana, Nandele, Jandele, Tesu, Jante, Arjanete, Telesunana, Nandele, Jan, Teresan, Elsanjan, Arjanina, Aljanete, Elsushana, Nandele, Jante, Elsushana, Aljan Eja, Elfushana, Nandele, Jante, Aljan Eja, Elfuha, Elsushana, Elsushana, Aljanete, Elfushana, Eljanele, Yaljanina, Derecandele, Jan, Esushan, Ante, Yalje, Etu, Yalshandele, Tushan, Ante, Deresushana, Arjusana, Arjandi, Deresushana, Nandele, Jantele, Tesujana, Arjandele, Jimna, Arjana, Deltamina, Arjandina, Arjandele, Deresushana, Arjandele, 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 Yarjandele, Jandalke, Mandele, Deresanina, Deresushana, Deresanina, Deresuna, Arjandele, Tesunandan, Derecandele, Tesangandan, Junasai.
It's all about the I am soul. Been doing a lot of talking about this virus and about this politics and this religion and all this other stuff, all these distractions from what the real story is, why we're all here. I think it's about time we have at least 50% of everything that's put before us be about who we are, what we are, and what we're a part of. Conscious colored energies hailing from the other side. Alternating currencies, healing frequencies are alive. Police and demons lost and found. Angels, pains of angels, thorns all crowns. Light workers, white, black, red, yellow, brown. Self-inflicted burden spark, healing freakish tendencies. I finally found my mark, coded neath these dependencies. I sip and swallow just the same. Yin-yang vial of consistency. Come on, baby, play the game. Pop the vein. Spirit of serenity. Blessed by fear's selling epiphany. Fatal dreams found to lose. Earth face and anomalies. Dirt shines diamond blind. Every card's coming aces one kind. Journey to a divinity. Shedding skin and conditioned sins. Erasing false realities, journey of extremities, chaos in the harmonies, finite to infinities, postulated possibilities. Freedom is fearless, and it is free. Spaceless time and timeless spaces. Trinity full flip, tetrahedron DNA blueprint, sacred geometric cabal bag of trick, enough to make you sick. Feel the poor, feed the rich. But now, my friends, we got this shift. Sovereignty is suit, surrender can't erase. Tap your heels, door to standing room only, it's the holy place. Take the mask off, see the world's face. Surrender to embrace, search without a trace. All be gone, set that solid, not empty space. The mind's heart, spirit, the I am soul. Purity tears, so many lies, so many years. Perfection, reflection, hear the howling eyes of my ears. Last stand of deception, universal correction. Pass the peace, smoking angel trust. Kiss the sky, crease the magical. Do what you know, universal homegrown. Sovereignty is suit, surrender can't erase.
Complete darkness swallowed me whole, broken, beaten, can't take anymore. Body abused, alone, crazy, hiding scars, body parts. Rearranged, my child inside, completely gone. I beg for mercy, no more fight. Done, 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 I surrender. Karmic hold slowly releases, I lay still, silent. I can feel, help is on its way this time. I died, I came home, I am reborn. From a golden diamond string, her eyes so kind, her heart whole. She descended from the heavens, reaching, pulling a gift from source. She kisses my mouth, she holds out her hand, I take it. I'm ready to be free from suffering. I am ready to live, I am ready to heal. I am safe, I am love, I am soul, I am. Complete darkness swallowed me whole, broken, beaten, can't take anymore. Body abused, alone, crazy, hiding scars, body parts. Rearranged, my child inside, completely gone. I beg for mercy, no more fight. Done, 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 I surrender. Comic hold slowly releases. I lay still, silent. I can feel. Help is on its way this time. I died. I came home. I am reborn. From a golden diamond string, her eyes so kind, her heart whole. She descended from the heavens, reaching, pulling a gift from source. She kisses my mouth. She holds out her hand. I take it. I'm ready to be free from suffering. I am ready to live. I am ready to heal. I am safe. I am love. I am soul. I am.
How's it going? It's Todd Medina, Soulogy 1 Studios, after hours, 2 o'clock in the morning, Houston, Texas, Central Standard Time, on Friday. What do you do when you're out of resources, no internet, and you've used every rock and roll and blues CD that you have in the house? Somehow or another, I found some Beethoven. But you know what? Music is music. It's a universal language, and you got to respect that. It goes a lot further than the human language. So let's see what we can do with this. Give it a shot. As usual, we're trying something new out of necessity. Let's see. Here we go. I'm tired of talking about the Illuminatis. I said Illuminatis, as in kill Illuminatis. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, 13 families, Bushes be Clintons, be Cheneys, be Netanyahus. Staged 9/11, killed RFK, JFK, and MLK. And a man in a cave, bought, trained, and paid for by the CIA, FBI, NSA. 10 years he was MIA, missing in action. Are you going to tell me they can read the warning on a pack of cigs by satellite? And they couldn't find the man behind the curtain? Conspiracy theories deemed crazier than the facts made lies and the lies made facts. So tell me, who is it that's been lazier? The governments we prayed for salvation from, as their machinations took our souls? Or the people who so conveniently gave them the permission to do so? Oh, but don't worry. The Jesus they created is coming. And if he doesn't make it, the fantasy of a Jewish Messiah or the Galactic Federation spaceships will carry us home. A promised heaven, a promised nirvana. They tell us they'll be coming, but not until tomorrow. When are we going to get off our collective asses? Boycott the manipulations of the mosque, temples,
When the
church
calamities
masses.
disturb my being and
How many imperfections will we allow ourselves to accept? How much longer will we allow our souls to be sold out and neglected for these plastic pacifiers they stick in our mouths? We allow them to divide us by labels and races. Have you traced the history we will die for? We can't blame them anymore. We can't shame them anymore. You see, it doesn't matter anymore what they try anymore, what they tried before. They were the pimps. We were the prostitutes. One-party system, disguised as two. Like we thought we had the right to vote and choose. Because it really didn't matter who won. It only matters that we were to lose. Enslaved, depraved, enraged, only against each other. This is our choice, not theirs. Don't give them any more satisfaction. Let's put the wheels in motion. We are the elixir, the potion of divinity. We were not made from the hands of gods. We are the gods, and can you see the stars? They are our sacred siblings. And they've been watching over us all along. This is our dance. Snapping out of this trance now. Take my hand, and I'll take yours. I love you, man. It's closing time. And for every degree of fear we cross over, freedom brings us to another stargate, a little closer. You and I are what this is all about. Rise from this prison planet, this hell we were told was a given. We are living in an age when the angels and the ETs are revealed to themselves. We are the power. We are the embodiment of all of them. We are the seven seals. We are the Christ consciousness. We are Sananda, Magdalene, Allah, Yemanja, and the reflection of the great poet's midnight stream of the spontaneous, creative, intuitive expression, the first and last impression of a life we made to order that I will call soul. I guess that's it.
This is a 528 hertz heart chakra opener, love frequency. I was guided with a little message. Started writing. Okay, there we go. Spiritual gangsta claiming one, dividing self. One complaint at a time. Instead, I'm gonna spew through this little rhyme. Ready? Here we go.
Love and light, this is how we fight. Sending out acceptance, change isn't what we do, change is what we are. You want to be a spiritual gangsta? Stop the venom spew. Trump is who we consciously chose. It's who we've got, whether you want to believe it or not. Spiritual gangsta, put your ego aside. Stop whining. Injustice, another illusion, because we are free. Stand with me, us, the one, here to learn how to love all that stand before me. I shall wash your feet. Oneness is the only way we will ever be complete. I'm not judging, brothers and sisters. This is a friendly reminder. Breathe, just be, allow your heart to lead. You desire change, change your mind. Feel before your fingers hit the keys. Feel before you speak. Be an example of this love ministry. You sick of hypocrites and posers you claim? Can't be one that makes you just the same. Again, desire change, go silent. Don't speak, send love. Hate is for the weak. Let's take the high road together. We have changed Earth, Gaia forever. Pride in your country, your world, no divide. Pull up your big girl panties, it's time to ride. Soulogy style. Today is a happy day. Praise be to us. Praise Blu-ray. Put love where your mouth is.
It's Todd Medina, Soldier One Studios, out on a little spirit walk. I saw a white rabbit and a red cardinal. And I'm looking for the third animal. There's always three coming. I hope it ain't a snake. I wanted to talk a little bit today about, there's a few barometers on the soul highway. That's what I call it. Some people call it ascension. Ascension to me sounds like a place. I guess the soul highway is too, but in my mind, it's a metaphoric thing. It's a highway, so you're moving, you're walking forward, however you want to put it. And one of those barometers is humility. And humility is a big word. It's got a lot more meaning to it than what we find in Webster's dictionary or any other dictionary. And I think what I want to talk about right now is what it is. Humility sounds like a real pretty word, but it's a hard word. It's a tough word. It's a beautiful thing in the sense that the things that are tough and the things that are hard, that bring you to differing levels of humility as you elevate, as you're elevating. These are the things that are bigger than the word. These things that actually it takes to find these levels, higher and higher humilities. These are the things that we have to admit to ourselves. These are the behaviors that we have to change in order to find a higher degree of humility until we start the next day and we can seek a higher one. I'm talking about apologizing to people when there's been an issue and it's not a clear-cut call, even if it's a situation where you might think they were 90% of the problem and you were 10. Doesn't really matter. Forgiveness is forgiveness. Equality is equality. And as long as there's an imbalance within yourself as to the connection or situation between you and someone else, then you haven't found that higher degree of humility. See, it really has nothing to do with the other person. It has to do with yourself. Everything that we experience has to do with ourselves. Everything that we come across in terms of, did somebody, offend us, or did somebody purposely or directly or indirectly offend us, cause harm to us, whatever the case is. These are things within ourselves that are not easy to find the answer to, but they can be found if you have the desire to grow the soul. And I know I've learned in 6 years, especially the first 2 years when I was walking the streets, I found higher and higher levels of humility. But the humility that I might have found, the level I might have found walking the street 4 years ago, is nowhere near the level of humility I'm finding today. I'm finding that I'm growing in my peace as I'm leveling the connections in my life with my family and my friends. I'm finding that as this humility grows and grows and grows within myself and this peace, and keep in mind, there is no greater power than the power peace begets. But I'm finding as I take on these, especially these connections, these personal connections, and they can also be connections with the collective in terms of someone's view on, say, another culture or another country or another religion, or just anything that differs with what they identify with. But what I'm saying is, as I find and experience this higher degree of humility, it puts this huge expansion in my heart, and it has me shaking in my boots. But my fear lessens, my courage increases, my love expands, my heart grows, the tears come, and I find that what's happening in my life, which is an absolute miracle after seeing many, many miracles in my life on a personal level over the last 6 years, is that the energy that I am within myself, this universe, as it expands, the parallels of my heart, my courage, and my love, my compassion, my open-mindedness, my forgiveness, and my brotherhood, sisterhood, transgenderhood, all of these, what I call virtues of the soul, as they expand within myself, I'm finding these miraculous things happening in terms of other people who I haven't even had contact with, who are now reaching out to me, and the vibration is more equal, more balanced. There is more mutual connection. There is more mutual love. It's a heavy subject, but it's about me and you. And humility comes from the heart. It comes from the hard loving of the soul. It comes from you looking yourself in the eye and removing all barriers, because if you feel any type of imbalance with Supergalactic Fragilucious. Test. Got it? Ryan Aguilar, the beast on the guitar. That's his new name. Remember, the road will still be golden, even when your highest faith in something outside yourself is shattered to pieces. The road will still be golden if your prophet's words prove altered with lies applied to serve the selfishness of our minds. The road of their light through their seeds. The road will still be golden if and when the nukes begin to fly and electricity becomes a dying dream and a renewed quest for living arrives. The road will still be golden when science and the stars collide with Jesus and the Anunnaki as Nibiru meets the third eye. Places here and now. We are golden and we are soul, but much more than that. That's where it's at. Breaking through that multi-dimensionality, divinity, infinity, holy triad, the Trinity. We're bringing it down now. This is our time. Time to rise. It's a benediction, coronation, divine demonstration, human soul hybrid. Right, the whole universe is on the edge of their seat. We're expanding this universe from the inner verse, the outer breath of Mother Creation, taking this universe to places it's never been before. That's a real deal. None of this stuff going on in the world stage or even in these family dramas with friends. Nah, it's all about you. Keep living to your truth, because then the universe reciprocates, and with these energies coming down, it can be a bumpy ride or it can be a big soul-gasm. Now bring in that eclipse and that new moon. Time to bring the bass down, lower the boom.
Right there. We don't, none of it belongs to us.
That's why the copyright, trademarks, contracts, and all that stuff, I'm trying my best. Now, none of that really applies to me at this point, but there are things to do in this quote unquote matrix. And I'm doing my best to disengage from them and clear out the quote unquote risk of not conforming to the matrix. And I won't name anything because I don't want to give it power. But things that we, and I think this is another spin on what's happening, or another level up on what's happening now as we go into 2020, is that the only thing that's keeping us from transforming the external, the internal, whatever, the experience itself, is the fact that we're still attached to these things that, oh, well, we're only human. Oh, well, we're still human. Oh, well, you got to pay taxes. Oh, well, you got to go, sign this document. Really? I mean, really? Is that how we ascend? By clinging to these, these rules and regulations and lawless laws and all that stuff? I mean, we can actually do this, I think, if, one starts to do it and the 100th monkey thing takes effect. And I think actually some of this is happening.
And it's walking into that fear, I think, because that's the thing that's keeping us from letting it go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
A lot of fear is going to be triggered in what you're saying, right? Like if trying, like setting out to release that, shed that, move beyond that, it's going to definitely, inevitably just trigger and surface a ton of fear.
Yeah.
that's what keeps us binded to it. So that's the process, right? Like releasing that fear as it comes up, for no other reason but freedom, ultimately.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's another thing too. That's the good word.
That's
I was looking up because I'd gotten this thing that happened like 3 days ago on this powerful night I was talking about. We had a lot of powerful stuff happen, and when I was standing outside, I started getting this stuff about, and I don't even have it all down right, but it was like particularly about sixth dimension. It was about how, so there was just some stuff involved explaining to me, I would say the third, fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, maybe seventh dimension. I can't remember everything, but I didn't really understand it all. So I went to Google and I Googled sixth dimension, and this figure came up, and it was obviously a sixth dimensional figure, geometric figure. But what was interesting to me about it was the way that the guy was describing it. And he said, this is basically a six-sided or six-dimensional figure that in every direction it runs freely. And I thought, wow, that's trippy. Now, I don't even know if I could find that again, but it made sense to me. That's the big word. The big word is freedom. Love is free. Energy is free. Souls are free. And we've got this, these prisons or constrictions or matrices or whatever you want to call it, that are really nothing more than a thing, right?
So where do you go when you think of like accessing that, unlocking that? I mean, I know a lot of everything that we speak to actually points to that, but cultivating that sense of freedom within yourself. What's that journey been like?
Well, I think it's like, you know what? I tried to rewrite that piece this morning, and I'll show you where I'm at with it. Another one that came out, but it's exactly what you're talking about. Here, I'll just read it to you, then we'll talk about it.
Please.
Let's see. When I do write something, I let it sit up here for a long time because I try to decide whether I'm going to put it out. The human stuff.
Get it out there, brother. Get it out.
So
if it's been written, it's meant to be seen.
Exactly. So I wrote this one. It's called Keeping It Real. Now things are getting real. And the more real we are, the more real it gets. It's not about channeling info. It's not about downloading data. It's not about communing with galactics, angelics, and ascendants. We came here to be human, to embody all these things and apply them to living, to transforming ourselves, and by virtue of that, the world and the universes. We are universal soldiers, alchemical magicians. Now, we have enough information, validation, confirmation to know this shift is the real deal. Let's make this shift happen, not to become, but to be divine human hybrid beings, merging the physical and non-physical, dark and light, day and night, wrong and right, and show the universal families how we got this, how we get shit done, play on the words. But to me, to answer your question, and there are no coincidences, right? To me, that freedom is best expressed right here, right now. And all the other stuff is great. And finding this guy's definition of six-dimensional space was great. But I'm Todd Medina, you're Brian, and we are human hybrid, divine, eternal souls. And we actually have access, to your point, to all that stuff, and we can bring it into play here right now. We don't have to wait for a month. We don't have to wait for Nasara or Trump or Q or golden beings coming out of spaceships. We don't have to wait for anything. We can actually do this right now, and I think that's the point. There's no waiting, because like you said, there's nothing to lose. What are you really going to lose?
I feel like another big message that comes through here is that, I think there's this idea that we're looking, or we're to transcend and, shed and dissolve. And yeah, those words, they have their place. I use them. But rather than like considering it as transcending something. Another way of looking at it that I feel like can be very powerful is we're becoming more of it. We're expanding. We're becoming a greater, more expansive expression. So it's, again, I know it can feel like these are two things that are at odds, contradictory. We're talking about letting go and we don't have anything to lose. But then I think on another plane of thought, it's becoming a greater, more expansive expression of our divinity and what we are. So I feel like we need to honor both sides of that paradox.
Yeah.
The mind's not going to want to say that both can be true, but when I feel into it, I know that, you know, it's bringing both those together.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's why it is so paradoxical, is because, you know, with everything that we have access to in our individual journeys, you know, whether it be in dimension or in the physical, researching or whatever, everything points to everything moves slow here, with the low energy on the totem pole, we're the furthest away from the light or the one, and it makes perfect universal paradoxical sense that what you're seeking is the closest thing to you. And how much closer can you get than what you are yourself, you know? So I agree with what you're saying, and that's really along the lines of what I was saying before you said that, which is, you know, what better place to embody or actualize or utilize all this stuff we have access to than right here, right now. I mean, it's mind-blowing. It's, you know, some of these people that have come on this show will channel, you know, or download, and sometimes galactic or other celestial bodies or whatever, and there's been quite a few times where they'll say, you guys don't realize how freaking amazing and powerful you actually are.
As a human.
Everybody knows it in the universal family, but us. But we're finding it out now. We're finding it out.
I think there's too much. I see a little bit too much of the, like you're describing, feeling like there's somewhere better to be, something better to be, and that's just holding us back from expressing everything that we are and can be and are already, if we allow through that. So I remember you said something actually on my show that stuck with me. I don't know how you phrased it exactly, but you ultimately said, like, the power is in the human.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love the message of, you know, bringing that into this now, opposed to this idea that there's somewhere that we're heading towards.
Yeah.
There's some sort of, even when we talk about a new earth, for example, we talk about, you know, co-creating a new earth, and it's a beautiful, beautiful intention, but we put it off into the future, and we put that place and that person that we want to be off into the future, rather than realizing that it's all right here, right now. Right. So rather than thinking that there's something better out there, I think the power is in seeing the bigness of all that already is. Yeah.
And then to be part of this team that's coming into their own awareness, and actually, well, the human is the hero, you know, because
there it is. That was the line.
Well, you know, because
the hero.
Yeah. Well, because at the end of the day, the human has to make the choice. You know, you can pull in all the stuff you want to, but at the end of the day, the human has to make the choice. And that's just me and the universe. That the universe knows, and I know. If I'm shortcutting, or I'm bullshitting myself, or I'm putting up a mask, or you know, I know the truth. The universe knows the truth. That is me, you know. The universe and the universe are the same thing. So I think that's what's so amazing, and the potential is nothing we can fathom, because
you know, it's like the ultimate alchemy. You're taking a biological Merkabah and taking in its essence, this God substance that is comprised of, and alchemizing it. You know, it's like creating a universe. You're alchemizing from the center of the universe, which you are. And that was the other thing that came in 2-3 nights ago. Before that stuff happened with Morgan and I, as I stood out there, the first thing that happened, I started hearing, 3 times I heard this, you are now a light body. You are, I don't know if it meant a 100% light body or majority light body, but it said you are a light body. And I was like, well, what does that mean? And then I heard, that means that you understand that you're pure energy and that everything you're looking at is pure energy and that you can work with any of it and actually, you know, alchemize it, transform it, create, you know, and I was like, whoa.
Hey there, everyone.
Oh God, you are, I've been cursing too much today on the
Oh,
feed.
that's all right. I curse all the time.
Good. Well, this is, you know, I got to tell you, 1,600 shows. I mean, we've done, I think, 4 shows together. You know, I don't even know what to say to you because you're just you're a warrior. You know.
I'm tired of being a warrior.
Well, I mean, you come on this show in the past. You come on this show. You share so much stuff. You know, you share your channelings, your connections, your blessings, your straight up, no bullshit, you know, approach, directness, and you're funny, and you're honest, and you're raw, and that's just like total for me. The rawness and the authenticity and the courage is just like, you know, and the humor, you know, it's just like
You got to bring the humor in.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially during these times. We all need humor.
Yeah. You know, I got to say too that, you know, I woke up, I know we had talked, and I remember the last time we talked that you had just gotten re-diagnosed, or that at least it was in the air.
Yeah.
And you were in fact, I was like, why, you know, I'm surprised she even brought this up, you know, and you were like, you know what? I'm asking these questions, and it was so real, and I didn't hear anything else about it until I guess it was about a week ago, and I opened up the news feed and I saw Wanda Vitale had posted this GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And so I immediately was like, okay, let's get this through the network. And you know, and I'm just going to be frank, we're all in this together. There's multitudes of things happening. Nobody's got the fucking answers. I'm sorry. I mean, we've got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Excuse my French, but we've all got pieces, and we're all doing our best. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but there's some bullshit out there, and I've been guilty of it too. I'm not saying that I'm not, but the response and the support that came through was, and I know it must have been incredible for you, but it was so.
I'm still in tears. I'm still in tears. I can't even put it into words.
Yeah.
The love and support that I feel, I've never felt this loved and supported in my entire life. And if it took cancer to get me to this experience of reaching a part of myself that I was never able to go to, then perhaps this is a gift, and I have to really see it as a gift. And I want to thank each and every one of you who've been here to support me. I can't even tell you how I feel, because I don't think there's words for it. The feeling is the deepest gratitude I've ever felt in my life. To everyone, whether you supported financially or just a shout out to say, hey, how you doing? Do you need anything?
Yeah.
You know, it's incredible. This, you know, our soul tribe from Soulogy, from Facebook.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how blessed I am, how much I love each and every one of you, and how you're helping me change my life because of the love and the support. I just want to thank each and every one of you. It's the most important thing to me right now.
Well,
I love you very much, all of you.
Well, and that's where I was, where I was going with it, because I thought about you, and well, I looked at it and I said, you've seen so many people do fundraisers and just do different things and have different initiatives. And I'm not saying that we don't support each other. I think, again, we're all kind of going through this maze we're navigating, and we've always got shift on our mind and whatever. But when I saw that, I was like, wow, because I think I went in and there was probably, I don't remember, there was like maybe 2,500. We went and did what we could. And then I kept going, you were very welcome. And I kept going back. Because I thought, I wonder how it's going. And boom, and boom, and boom. And I was like, holy shit. And I thought about the impact that must have had on you, because you just don't see that. And I was like,
oh, you do.
Yeah, that was just like, wow, that alone. And you talk about the impact it had on you, but that affected a lot of people.
Yes, it did.
It really did,
Yes, it did. Absolutely. I hope that in some way we're all getting something from this, even though it has to be through a health issue. It's okay. I think it's bringing people together. I think, people are opening up and sharing their feelings and, sharing what's been inside of them that maybe they weren't able to get out, but because of something such as this GoFundMe, I hope that it's making a difference for all of us. Because I know for me, you've all impacted me in a way that I never thought was even possible.
Yeah. And I think that's what I'm trying to get to, is that what I see is that, because the energies are what they are, and all the shadow work and everything that we do. And you see, and we've all been there, acting out, projecting, up and down and up and down. And I think, and I never have liked the word hope. I think hope is the space between doubt and faith. That's just my own thing. But I see what I see, and this is going against me, but I mean, I think what happens is, because it gets so, I did it 2-3 nights ago. I said, get me the hell out of here. You know what I mean? And It was nothing compared, I'm just saying that we've all been there, but
yeah.
But I think what I saw happen, because I think what happens, we get discouraged and we start to we start to question things. And I think, I think what happened was, through this experience, this occurrence, is that it actually brought a spirit of hope. Like, you know what? This is real. We're doing real work, and this is really happening. So I was just honored to be here. Resurrection is not limited to icons, but unlimited to the life of our souls. We have all walked the dark nights when we thought we were in the right, and we have all walked in the light when we thought there was none. Oneness is underestimated because it covers far more than peace, love, happiness, and the trappings of dogmas. Oneness is to understand that all of the dark nights hold the same face, and that everyone's pain is equivalent when weighed against their singular life experience. Oneness is releasing every possession which really had been possessing us all along. The old family gripe so easy to blame on another. The religions and icons forced on ancestors at the price of land and freedoms forsaken. The government conspiracies and royalty belied of the dark demagoguery of foolish human pride. The chains and the stains, the shames and the blames, that even if we're true, serve no purpose but to hide us from ourselves and each other. Divinity is always becoming, always on time, leading to the first and last, the end that begins. I am soul.
Hello, sister. Do you think you know who you are? Do you think you know what you can do? I'm telling you, you don't know a thing about yourself as long as you think you're limited. Why am I telling you? Why am I so fierce at this moment? I'm telling you, I did think I knew who I am. All the time I would be mild and gentle and peaceful and a humble being, and it's perfect to be like this. You know what I mean? It is perfect to be all this. And I tell you, I still am. But there's the other part of me, of you, of anybody, of us. Whatever you are practicing all the time, all the years of your life, what you think you're good at, what you should improve, and what you should be perfect in, because you're born with it. I'm telling you, there's much more in each of you. My case, this you feel, you hear now, this fierce energy, this fire, and this pressure. Well, so much pressure because I've held it back all my life. What the hell did I do? I'm exploding. My goodness. You see, maybe it's not your part to learn this one, but I'm telling you, don't rely on that what you think you are. Don't rely on that what people are mirroring you and telling you what you shall do or be. Just find out, just do it. Go on, try yourself, make mistakes, fall and fall again, and get up again. You cannot fail, you cannot do anything wrong. Just do it. Get back your natural energy. Get back your natural being, your whole natural being. No matter if you're young or old, if you're a man or a woman, no matter which country you've been raised, no matter whatever people told you you are, no matter whatever ever you thought you will be, just be serious with yourself. Just be honest with yourself. Feel all the little things that want to come up in you and want to be expressed and lived and felt. Just go, live it, be it.